In this video, we are going to look at how to set up a Blogger blog to support the library program. Start by going to blogger.com. CPS has now set up Blogger to work with your CPS email, so you can set that up to associate with your CPS account. Log in using your CPS credentials. You can select your profile options, your Google Plus or your limited blogger profile. For this, I'll select limited blogger profile. And then the next thing that you'll be prompted to do is to create a display name. In this case, I'll put CPS Professional Library and continue to Blogger. When I arrive at Blogger, it will give you a few options at your dashboard. You can select new blog, or if you have existing blogs, you can add to them. So we'll say new blog. Notice that this account is managed by cps.edu, so it is a work blog, and you can entitle it. You may select the name of your library or some other name. You can also make an address for it. So you can add a custom domain. I'll put CPS Professional Library, lib, at blogspot.com. So as I'm typing, it's generating the option for you there. So I've got the check mark that says that it's available, so that's great. The next thing that I'll be asked to do is to select a template. You can browse for many others here, or you can select the one that you like. So within this, there are options of dynamic views, picture windows, awesome, watermark, ethereal, travel. So it's really up to you. I'll select this one, and now Blogger is creating the blog. It says find a domain name for your blog and connect to it instantly. I'll say no thanks at this point. Here we are at the Blogger dashboard. You can play around with it as you create different blog posts. You will see your data change and more information be provided on views and updates and so on. But there's a couple things to look at. Right here's a link to view your blog, so let's take a look at that. Right now this is an empty blog. There are no posts, but it does have me signed in, and there's the ability to put up a new post right from there. Notice that you also can go into the edit function here to complete your profile. I do recommend that. You can also go in and change the template if you don't like that template. Let's go back to the dashboard for a minute. And a very common link that you'll probably use a lot is to create the new post if you happen to start from the dashboard. So let's see how to do that. Hitting new post. And it brings up a blank page for me. So let's take a look at some of the functionality for this. This will be actually your post of any news you have related to the library. If you have some new books coming in, or an event coming up, or some new policy, or a speaker coming in, or whatever, you may want to make a post of that. So let's, for now, just put up test post as our title. Note that you can compose in HTML or regular text. Most people will probably want to keep it regular. And most of the rest of these buttons will look very familiar to you. They're similar to other word processing programs. Play around with those a little bit and see what you can do. Okay, first let's put in some text. I'll just copy and paste that in there. And obviously you would write a longer article probably to give a little bit more description. Notice that if I want to, I can change, the heading type. I can make it bold-faced or italicized or underline it, all of the typical. I can also change the font color. I could highlight it if I wanted to. So all of that same functionality is there. If I wanted to insert a link, hit link, and can put a link in there. And notice that you can also put in a picture. Pictures really make a blog a lot of time. Be sure if you put any student pictures in that you follow the photo release forms. But let's do that. So I'm placing the cursor where I want the image to be right at the beginning. I'm going to select Insert Image. And I'm going to upload from my computer in this case. And select it and add it. As I click on it, notice that I have some options. I can change the size of the photo. I can change where it is located. Can add a caption to it. I can also change the properties, which is good for those who may be viewing the blog who need to have alternate text if they're using a different reader. You can also remove it as well. So that's always a good one to know how to do, how to insert the image. So once you're happy with your blog post, there's a couple of things you can do. You can save it for later if you want to go back and maybe you've gotten interrupted and you need to go back and look at it later. You can do that. You can also preview the post to see what it would look like. And then when you're ready, you can publish the post. So let's look at that. So we're going to publish it. I can select this. Notice that my test post, I still can always edit it, view it, share it, or delete it. So you never can get stuck with a post you don't like. You can always change or get rid of it. You can also revert to other drafts. But let's say that at this point we're happy with it. I'm going to hit publish. And it will indeed be published. If I view the blog, there is the article right there. So it's really that easy to set up a blog. I'd urge you to set up a regular schedule for yourself so that you have your blog posts every once in a while so that people can subscribe to your blog and know that they're going to see updates to the blog. It really can be a powerful tool to help librarians communicate with their library school library family, all of the students who may want to follow what's happening in the library program. As you go back, as you grow in creating your blog, be sure to come back to the dashboard and see what other options are available to you if you want to change any of the settings. I'd urge you to look at that. You can always change the settings, even the title. The privacy, all of that publishing and permissions. If you'd like to blog with another staff member, you can add authors. That's there as well. You can decide if you want to allow commenting moderation, the number of posts that appear on the home page, and so on. You can set it up for mobile, languages, search preferences, and so on. You can even go into layout and switch layouts, add gadgets, and so on. These are things that can be added as you go along. it's probably best to just jump in and let this thing evolve and open up this new communication pathway with your students. So have fun with Blogger. Please share it with us. We would love to know here in the Department of Literacy Libraries what you're doing and be able to follow your blog as well. So enjoy and have fun blogging.